Hello, y'all. So we are back with none other than Chasing Atlanta, season 5, episode 1. Also, if my face look a little extra glam today, that's because I'm testing out. Well, it's not a new foundation, although I do got some new foundation to test out for y'all. So if y'all familiar with my main channel, DivaWuan's, definitely feel free to go over there and look for that review coming soon on a brand new makeup line that just launched this year. But honey, we darn going for the very first time. For the very first time. Honey, would y'all believe I've had samples of Fenty? But for whatever reason, I never brought myself to actually purchase. And so I got me this one because I don't wear makeup that often. So I said, shoot, why am I going to get the big thing and I still got makeup from like over 2 years that I have not even used? But for shade reference, I am currently 440, which actually I could have gone lighter because of the fact that, once again, just to give y'all see there's a little bit more depth to my face than there is my skin. Like I could have actually gone to 420. But the thing is, when I do put on the concealer and stuff, this is actually a good base. Matter of fact, I'm actually going to get 450 in the hydrating foundation. They still sold out weeks later of the hydrating foundation. But when it does come out, I'm going to get 450 because I do get deeper in the summertime. And my undertones is neutral. This is warm bronze, and it's working for a girl. But anyways, now that we got the makeup out the way, honey, let's get into the darn going opening of this darn going show. Honey, speaking of people darn going got their makeup and stuff upgraded, let me upgrade you. Let me upgrade. Let me upgrade you. Honey, come on through, Miss Kendra. Honey, Miss Kendra said, bitch, I'm giving you darn on beat face. I'm giving you new titties, y'all. Honey, in my Azalea voice, I got me some new titties, y'all. Child, someday, DivaWuan's gonna also have me some titties. Honey, darn on Kendra, girl, if you watch my reviews, put a girl on game, honey. Darn gonna tell me where you got the titties from, honey. And tell me, do they accept care credit? Because y'all know DivaWuan's, I can't pay for my shit. I'm not no entertainer, honey. This YouTube shit don't pay me like that, honey. Darn gonna tell me if a good credit score can get me some darn gonna titties on the payment plan, honey. Darn gonna good old care credit or something like that, honey. DivaWuan's is looking for a nice 34 double D, honey, especially now that I got my insurance and stuff. The transitioning is starting to come through and all of that. Once again, we will be documenting the journey or whatnot. But honey, shout out to Miss Kendra giving us an inspiration, honey. You know, I'm tired of being Lupita Nyong'o over here, child. But anyways, moving on from darn Miss Kendra and her darn good titty sitting, honey. Miss Cameron, honey, darn honey, she got her a new job. She says she is the PR manager of Eli, honey. And Eli is the person that Kendra and Rico is opening up from. I know y'all surprised that I actually said the name, honey. I'm going to get to why I said the name in a moment. Because anybody who knows my reviews, I told y'all until the bitch did a certain something, I was going to continue to call that motherfucker Miss Features. Because she's always featuring somebody else's shit, but don't never have her own shit. She keep darn on recycling these songs from 10 years ago. That's what kept pissing me off with darn on Rico. But honey, Rico darn on said, bitch, we done finally gave you what you was asking for, honey. So Rico, honey, darn on comes out and darn on gives old sickening performance, child. I was like, come on through, Rico. This is what I'm talking about. Now you got the energy and the bars and everything else, and the flow was right. I actually appreciated that. I think he darn gonna listen to my advice from back in the day, because the problem with Rico back in the day was, and what pisses me off with artists is when your mic is not properly set up right. Like, honey, I am a stickler for mic check. Mic check. Don't get on no dirt, because you can be an excellent vocalist. You can be a phenomenal rapper, but a mic can break a voice. If your mic is not darn gonna properly set up right, and you drowned out in the background, it's like, bitch, you just giving me drag queen. RuPaul's Drag Race, let the best bitch win. It's like, bitch, I don't want to hear I want to actually hear some live bars. I don't mind a playback, which they was doing quite a bit of the playback, baby. But, honey, he was actually giving us more so Beyonce as opposed to Mariah Carey. Yeah, I said it. He was giving me more so Beyonce as opposed to Rihanna. What's the name? What's the name? Honey, he was giving me doggone Beyonce quality. So, Rico, I was here for it, bitch. The doggone, now the lyrics, we still got to step the lyrics up a little bit, honey. But outside of the lyrics, honey, for what you give, honey, the shit was phenomenal. Now, he said it was his best performance of all time, and yeah, I want to give you that. Now, I've actually seen a couple of your shows and stuff. You always had the talent there. Even back when you did the R&B singing. And then I remember when you tried to go into like pop music for a hot second. I actually got a couple clips of you with the pop, but I ain't going to include it here, honey. But when you had a little bit of rap / pop era going on, yeah, you've always had the stage presence, the energy. You've always done the choreographies and stuff. I remember when you did the weeks of rehearsals for the choreography. So he got a very strong work ethic behind him. So shout out to Rico with that. My problem was, we was focusing on one certain album for 10 years. Now we finally starting to see something new from darn Rico. Honey, Rico's about like Adele, honey. But unlike Adele, it's like, nah, bitch, you can't ride the darn shit for so many years like Adele. So I'm glad we finally getting something new, honey. Then we get Miss motherfucking darn Kendra coming out. Kendra, I love you, girl. The hair, honey, y'all know I used to read motherfucking Kendra for fifth with that hair. The beautician in me is like, nah, girl, do I need to darn get a flight on the Spirit? The Spirit Airlines to get that week together. Honey, I was like, girl, why is we giving Party City? Party City. Honey, darn Kendra all last season was trolling us with them Party City motherfucking wigs. And then she stepped it up towards the end. And I'm glad she's continuing the trajectory of darn getting her hair game up, honey. It took you 5 seasons, but we finally here, bitch. Kendra's hair's on point, even in the confessionals and shit. Body right, makeup right. But once again, what did I just get on Rico and stuff about in the past? Kendra, I can't give you the pass, girl. Just like I ain't give him the pass, I'm not giving you the pass. Girl, you was doing a lot of darn playback. Now the vocals were yours. But honey, why am I hearing more of the playback than you singing into the mic? And my thing is this. What setting did y'all have the mic on where you have to have the mic like this? See, once again, this the music, the music enthusiasts just nitpicking all the little minor shit, but nobody else peeped this. But I was noticing they both had the mic up there like this. I was like, number one, COVID aside, honey. I'm sure y'all got y'all vaccine shots and all of that, but still, why we got the mic up here like this? Why we got the mic up here like this? And I got to pick on my girl Abby for real. So shout out to Abby Reviews. Honey, I love when Abby has her darn mic up here. But it's like, nah, bitch, y'all ain't Abby. Y'all ain't giving us darn nice darn seductress vocals darn giving a review. Y'all ain't got the little teeny tiny mic like she does and she darn has to give a review. It's like, bitch, when you darn performing, your mic supposed to be set up where you can be all the way back here and your voice supposed to still be able to pick up. When you darn hit the octaves, but see, then again, I do have to give them some grace because neither one of them are actual singers. Even though he used to be a singer or R&B singer, it's like still, as a rapper, I've seen Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, the baddest that's ever done it, Missy Elliott, nobody touches her. Honey, Missy Elliott, you don't have to have the mic all the way up here, especially if you got that type of quality mic. A mic supposed to be, you don't have to have it all the way up here, so that was irritating me as well, child. But outside of that, honey, the darn on thing was good. Honey, darn on, I still have to take points off for Kendra. You was giving me a good lip sync for your, and then it wasn't even a good lip sync at some parts because y'all had the mic down here for us. I was like, oh hell. Now this that Mariah Carey bullshit that I can't stand. Like once again, just because the vocals is yours now, we want to at least see you darn going. See, Rico was on it because Rico was relying on the playback a little bit too. But once again, he was doing it more so like Beyonce when she gets tired doing, because you know Beyonce has to darn gonna sing over 6 different genres of music, darn gonna put on 40 plus catalogs of songs across 2.5 hours. So if she got to darn gonna let her voice rest, she's still gonna give you old nasty lip sync for your life. So I seen some parts where Rico was darn gonna lip singing to the playback. But Kendra, girl, why at certain parts you the mic right over here and your voice is still going? I was like, now girl, we need to get you together with this darn on mic consistency. Number one, the mic ain't even formulated. The mic setting is already off. Your voice is being drowned out by your darn on playback. And then it's like, you got the mic going all over the place. Other than that, Kendra, I'm going to give you a B-. Rico, I'm giving you an A+, honey. You did that, honey. Ultimately, you did that. Keep it up, Rico. But ultimately, both of them did their darn on thing. Only thing I want them to work on, though, is that mic placement. And darn on, once again, the mic check settings, honey. Because I can't stand when an artist's voice is drowned out by the darn on background. And another thing, when they have that... Okay, once again, that'd be a whole nother video. Because I'm about to go into a whole different tangent on mic settings and stuff. But anyways, moving on. Then we got darn on Cameron. After they finish the performance, Cameron asks Rico where his true friends at, honey. And then he elaborates on darn on Troy and Dominique, honey. And it's like, oh. So he expounds upon that when we seen them in Chicago, because for people who ain't putting 2 to 2 together or don't see Chasing Dallas, honey, when they did the crossover, when all of them went to darn on Dallas or whatnot, when we seen the episode of Chasing Dallas, the issue happened then. But the problem is we didn't see the falling out on Chasing Dallas. So this is some stuff that didn't get picked up in the Chasing Dallas footage at all, honey. So Cameron said Troy was being all types of funny, this, that, and the third. And that's why he no longer sees it for darn on Troy. He brought up Dominique just to darn on make it seem like friends in general. But his issue was truly with Troy. He said the only friend that was missing that day was darn on Dominique. Interesting considering what happens later on, but we'll hold on to that, child. Next, we get over, speaking of darn on vocals, honey, now we got the vocalist over here giving us darn on gospel, honey. And then Oliver, you was doing good with your darn on nice darn on Vantasia coif, honey. You had the Vantasia look going on. But bitch, now, know your limits. Know your limits. Don't be like DivaWuan's and darn going to try to attempt to sing something that you know damn well you won't have no business touching. I got a new attitude. I got a hands on my shoes. I got a new attitude. Honey, even DivaWuan's can hit the vocals, but bitch, that don't mean I can darn on sound just as good as motherfucking the legendary, the icon, the one and only Patti LaBelle. It's just certain bitches that you just don't touch. If you don't got the musicality to do riffs, runs, melismas, vocal endurance, crescendos, decrescendos, if you don't even know those types of terminology, honey, do not touch Beyonce songs such as I Care, Love on Top, Resentment. Do not touch those types of songs from Beyonce. You better stick with the trap-like music, honey. Better stick to ape shit, drunken love and stuff like that. But don't tackle those songs. And I Care, honey, don't touch those Beyonce songs. Mariah Carey, when she hits the whistle register, if you ain't got no whistle, don't touch Mariah. Even Mariah nowadays don't really touch Mariah from back in the day. Same thing for Alicia Keys back when she had her vocals before she darn gone lost them from stealing darn gone Swiss beats from that darn gone woman, honey. Don't touch old school Alicia. Don't touch Whitney Houston anything. Vocal Bible Brandy, don't touch Brandy. And don't touch motherfucking darn on Patti LaBelle. Now, Oliver, you know better. Honey, Oliver was just sounding all squilly up in the house. I said, girl, you was doing good. Now, you know damn well you shouldn't have touched mother darn on Patti. I said, girl, But ultimately, honey, darn on Oliver, you good, though. Anyways, moving on from that, we did take a little bit of a dark note. Oliver darn gonna say he done lost a little bit of everybody. Honey, darn gone boyfriend, darn gone having issues. He done fell out with a friend. And then I was like, oh, now what happened with Mama Twits? Y'all know we love Mama Twits over here, honey. Y'all know Mama Twits is also a part of the community, honey. She represents for our lesbians. I was like, oh, hell. Now, what done happen with you and Mama Twits, Oliver? Now, fix that shit now. Oh, hell no. I was darn gonna sad to hear about darn on Mama Twits and darn on Oliver falling out. I was like, hopefully they get that shit together. Now, whatever happened with the boyfriend, honey, men come and go, honey. If you are blessed enough to have a supportive mother, something darn on Diva don't know about, we'll talk about that in a whole nother video. Well, hell, if y'all follow me, y'all already know I reference the thing as the demon. But if you're fortunate enough to have the relationship like darn on Oliver and Mama Twit, honey, that's something that needs to be worked on. That's something that can be savage and darn gonna work together. So hopefully they work that out. I want you to work it out. Work it out. Da-da-da-da. Honey, please work it out, Oliver. But moving on from that, we did get introduced to Beat Face J, honey. I darn gonna added the Beat Face, honey, because that was the first thing that darn gonna mesmerized me. I said, come on through, darn gonna Beat Face, honey. I like a darn gonna old butch queen that knows how to darn gonna put the darn gonna face together, honey. Nice darn gonna smooth foundation, about like your girl, honey. I was like, come on through, darn gonna Jay. So Jay is a darn gone fashion designer. And he's at the store and whatnot. And in comes darn on Cameron. Now, Cameron, we find out, supposed to be doing some business with Jay. They supposed to be in this, because, you know, Cameron is a fashion designer as well. Although we seldomly see the fashions from darn on Cameron. But that's a whole nother video for another day. But instead of them darn on getting into talking about the fashions, we get into a shade fest with why he doesn't see it for darn on Troy. And the fact that he wasn't invited to the darn on event that Dominique and Troy got set up, a business networking event. He wasn't personally invited. He got invited by way of Rico, but he didn't necessarily say which Rico invited him. I was wondering, was he talking about Rico Castanine? Was he talking about that Rico? Or was he talking about darn on Rico from Miami, Florida, who likes to claim the 2 cents? 2 cents, and like, which Rico was you talking about, darn going Cameron? But regardless, he got invited by one of the Ricos, and then his ass is going to be that bougie bitch. You are inviting another person. Like, what type of tacky shit is that? So you invited darn going, you are inviting somebody else. Like, girl, boo. But anyways, they darn gonna talk about that, and that's basically that. Next thing we move on to is, now we got Rico surprising Dominique at the fashion shoot. So darn gone Miss Paint Size, honey, is giving us darn gone miniature fashions, honey. I was like, come on through, honey, giving me darn going work the one way, work the one. I ain't think he was nothing but I thought, you know, we was going to see a doggy fashion show, because no shade to Dominique. I never heard of Dominique actually being like a fashion model. I've always heard everything with Dominique is concerning the pets. And y'all know the inner veterinarian in me, because y'all know my very first career field was I was studying to be a licensed veterinarian. The inner veterinarian in me, the inner ASPCA officer that I wanted to be as well, was darn gone here for Dominique. And the darn gone love for the animals and the grooming and all this, that, and the third. And I thought, you know, fashion show, okay, we about to have the little poodles and stuff, work the runway, this, that, and the third. Honey, he's working the runway. I said, okay, darn gone, this a darn gone new career add-on. it's like, okay, we want to be multi-hyphenate. All the other girls can be multi-hyphenate. Darn gone Dominique, go ahead and get your coins in, boo. So he's working the one way instead of the poodle. Okay. So darn gone, he gets surprised, and then they darn gonna get to talking about Cameron. Honey, Cameron, you went and ran your mouth, and it's getting back to the girls because you know Atlanta ain't but so big. Everybody at the minimum knows each other by a damn 6 degrees of separation, ho. So you running your mouth, and all the shit that you done been saying done got back to the darn on two folks that you've been talking about. So that is basically that right there. Then we get on to another sad scene. It gets even more tragic because with Kendra, instead of losing like friendships and a temporary falling out with relatives, her folks has been going through some shit. So with Kendra, her mama had open heart surgery. I want to say she had heart surgery. I shouldn't necessarily say open heart surgery because I don't know what the stent was like. Did she have a stent put in or heart transplant? She didn't elaborate on it, but she had, a heart procedure. So well wishes on a swift recovery to Kendra's mother. Then we find out that the grandma had not one but 2 strokes. So we praying that she gets all her mobility and stuff back, because sometimes with strokes people tend to lose permanent mobility in the right side of their body or whatnot. So hopefully that was not the case with Kendra's grandmother. I know not firsthand but secondhand about the devastating effects of what a stroke can do. Close person of the family had not 1, not 2, but 5 strokes, 3 massive strokes. Lost mobility for months at a time, and now she's back walking and talking and doing everything well. So we're going to wish the same results on to Kendra's grandmother, that she, gets a swift recovery and gets all her mobility and stuff back, if she lost it at all. And then, she lost a friend as well to gun violence. So once again, another devastating moment as well. Okay, so as Kendra is expressing what has happened in her confessionals, we also find out that she was even distant from Rain for a period of time because she got into a state of depression as well. Rain went by, knocked on the door. She wasn't answering even though the car was in the yard. So they are just conversing for the first time in what appears to be months. So I'm glad to see that she got some support system there as well. So shout out to darn on Wayne. Kendra, honey, we sending out well wishes and love over here, honey. So then we move on to, we get introduced to Isaac, honey. We know Isaac from darn going G-Status, the show that I'm kicking myself for not being able to review because I found out about the shit too late. For whatever reason, I didn't gravitate to G-Status, even though, honey, one of my favorite porn, y'all know DivaWuan's is a porn connoisseur, honey. Y'all know I love my girls in the darn on adult entertainment community, specifically the gay and trans side. Honey, y'all know I know Miss Fiji, honey, Miss Sharon, honey. I've seen all of the videos. I don't know why I was so late going darn on G-Status. And oh shit, I can't wait for season 3. Hell, I wish we can darn on still get season 2. Darn on old boy Allen over there darn on playing, honey, with darn on. First he made it seem like he had the season. And matter of fact, I want to do a whole video calling out Mr. Allen. Because now he calls himself calling out the folks on us wondering when the darn on footage is coming out. He talking about it takes time to assemble the shit. But it's like, girl, you had since November. You said the shit was coming out Thanksgiving. We're now past St. Patrick's Day, sir. It does not take darn on December, January, February. It does not take 4 months to darn on give us 2 episodes. Because they said y'all cut up so much during the damn reunion that y'all only really have about 20 minutes worth of footage to show us for the damn reunion, honey. Y'all didn't even really complete the reunion, so we only going to get a part of a reunion, child. So I'm trying to figure out how much footage that you got to darn on work and do, honey. It's not like you darn on doing a docu-series, honey. It's not like you got to carefully craft some stuff over and make sure stuff is, I can understand if you're doing a whole movie, like you 4 months for 2 damn episodes, child. Alan, you on the bullshit. We got to do a video dragging your ass, honey. I might save it for the first episode of Glam Devos, honey. Or season 3 of darn going chasing. Season 3 of G Status, whichever one comes on first. But honey, that's where we know Isaac from. Isaac darn gonna be funny talking about the Wheel of Fortune. I was like, oh Lord. And me, why haven't I noticed that how attractive I didn't see it before. I guess because of all the other folks that was on there. Like I said, Mr. Fiji, honey. The other one, the one that darn gonna pop darn the one that bopped Sherrod at the end, and that's the last that we seen. He's darn gonna cute as hell. Oh, that Mr. Romaine, honey. I love Mr. Romaine. Hakeem is a darn gonna hoot and holler. Now, Hakeem, you know your ass, me and him got the windmill over darn going Romaine, honey. Romaine, honey, is somebody that is up DivaWuan's alley, child. But honey, I darn gonna completely overlooked darn gone Isaac. Oh, and then I think Brandon was on there as well, honey. I've done seen Brandon Carson too. Hey, honey. But anyways, honey, I guess because it was so much eye candy on there, Isaac just got lost in the damn sauce, child. But honey, Mr. Isaac, I'm like, oh my goodness, Mr. Isaac is doggone attractive. And I had a special proclivity towards Isaac. I said, I can't put myself on it. I detect the southern accent. I'm wondering where is it from, honey, because it's definitely not North Kakalaki. But it's like, ooh, the accent is drawing me in. And then come to find out Louisiana. I said, that's why. It's just something about Louisiana, man. And honey, don't be from New Orleans, honey. I don't know what it is about. Well, we all know why the New Orleans, honey. Also, but besides that, honey, you know, besides the August Alsina situations and stuff that is dominant with the New Orleans men, honey, Louisiana men in general just darn gonna do something to Diva, honey. Honey, Mr. Isaac, you can get it, honey. Hopefully Mr. Isaac don't darn watch this video and darn gonna be like, who is this darn gonna bitch darn gonna lusting over me? But anyways, moving on. So they talking and whatnots, and Cameron once again on the Shade Fist talking about the situation in regards to Troy and darn going Dominique. Why he don't see it for them. He then finds out that Isaac got invited, and he's like, wait a minute, y'all don't even know each other. Y'all know each other from Instagram. You telling me you done personally invited a bitch from Instagram, but you didn't invite your good Judy that you actually know. Now, this is the day before the event. Hold on to that. That's going to be key in the next 5 minutes. Why is it important for me to mention that it was the day before the event? Isaac got the notification. But yeah, Isaac is shocked. Isaac says, darn going, Troy's a Cancer. He's a Cancer. And it's like, oh, hell. I don't necessarily know about the compatibility. Damn. I guess it would be a no-go. Hell, we can still hook up, though, Isaac. Nobody got to know. But, honey, on a romantic level, I don't know if Capricorns and the Cancers are compatible. Because y'all Cancers y'all really be in y'all feelings. And us Capricorns don't be on that feeling type shit. We be to the money. We are more closed and sheltered off. So I don't know about the Cancer Capricorn compatibility, honey. And I want to say, isn't Cancer like an air sign as well? I'm trying to think what is Cancer. I want to say Cancer is like an air sign. And honey, yeah, the earth signs and the air signs don't really be seeing it for each other like that. But honey, like I said, we can still see each other, child, in other ways. But moving on. Oh, next page. Y'all know DivaWuan got multiple pages worth of notes. We only got a page and a half for surprisingly, we only got a page and a half considering that this was like an hour and 15 minutes. But anyways, then we get introduced to Rico finally. Finally. Woo! Honey, darn gone Rico comes sashaying in with darn gone Mr. Beatface J, honey. And you know, I'm actually catching this live and I'm seeing the comment section. And I was like, what the hell? I didn't peep the shade. I was like, why in the hell is darn gone Rico talking about Marlo's finally arrived? I was like, why is he calling himself Marlo, honey? I didn't darn gonna even notice, child. And Dario. Now, bitch, I'm calling you out, ho. I hope somebody share this shit with you. Girl, I think you low-key darn gonna put my boo out because he ended up having a mace darn gone Dominique. And then I think, you know, some of that mace might have hit the darn gone directors. I think darn gone and Dario was being petty. Because it was like up until this point, we was under the belief that darn gone Rico was going to be main cast. Now, Rico is saying that they did some Housewives type shit where everybody was under the, and nobody really knowing to the day of airing like the Housewives do. But I'm calling bullshit. I'm thinking darn gone and Dario done snatched that darn gone primary status back and downgraded Rico to friend after the darn gone Mace incident. Y'all can't tell me otherwise until I have a conversation with Dario himself. And Dario, you know your ass motherfucker wrong. But regardless, honey, Rico is still going to bring it regardless of whether he's on the primary entrance or not. That shit did piss me off because I kept wondering. I was like, why they keep pushing these other motherfuckers in the forefront? We darn gonna got people that ain't really known like that being pushed in front of the screen. You know, in the promos, and they got darn gone Rico's darn gone cut in the back of the cut, and his resume is longer than several of the people's darn gone entire shit combined. So Rico, I felt darn gone pissed off for you, boo. But honey, I know you still going to turn it out, and we going to be here for it, child. But anyways, moving on to the height discrepancy, because then Jay ends up taking Rico with a K outside and they talking. And honey, darn gone Troy, Big Dick Troy, honey, you got everybody darn gone hating on you, honey. Darn gone Jay said, honey, you act like you didn't know her. And it's like, bitch, how you darn gone not remember somebody 6'6"? I was like, bitch, I was wondering how tall you was. Cause honey, now granted, Rico with a K ain't necessarily tall himself. He's the same height as Rihanna. What's the name? What's the name? Because I heard people was asking how tall was Rico or whatnot, because Rico is short. I can say from firsthand experience, Rico is every bit of 5'8". Yeah, Rico is like 5'8", maybe 5'9". I might give him 5'9". He's either 5'8" or 5'9". I know that. Yeah, he's somewhere in that arena. He's not necessarily short, but he ain't on the 6 foot plus list either. But honey, darn going Jay will even make me look a little bit short. And y'all know DivaWuan's 6'1.5". So he's darn gonna saying, bitch, you don't forget nobody who's 6'7", honey. And it's like, well, hell, there's a lot of people up in Atlanta that have 6'7" tall frames, honey. But you should have added, like, you can't darn gonna miss a Glamazon at 6'7", because there's a lot of Shaqs and Kobe Bryants and, you know, all of that are like 6'7", 6'9", 7 foot. You got a lot of trade to be around there, such as Andre Marhold and all that. Hey, Andre. That's like 6'9" or whatnots. But honey, you don't get too many queens that are 6'7". You don't get too many people who are glamorous that gives you the Andre Leon Talley like tease. Because you know Andre Leon Talley, may he rest in peace, honey. He was darn gone grand jolly in every bit of like 6'6" his damn self. So it's like you should encompass that 6'7" saying you don't darn gonna forget the tallest queen in the room. Like if they did intros, honey, I could see Jay's darn gone intro being like, honey, I am the tallest queen in the room, honey, and my resume and status matches my height, honey. It has endless darn on limits, honey. It's past the skies. Honey, I can see darn on Miss J having some type of intro like that, honey. So, Troy, perfect timing, comes out and was like, who y'all talking about? We was talking about you, ho. You act like you don't know a girl. What's tea, bitch? So, they darn gonna playfully have a back and forth. And darn Troy was like, honey, I really don't know you. So it's this darn catty I know you but don't really know you. And darn Jay's like, bitch, how you forget somebody that's 6'7" with a darn big face glam like me, honey. It ain't nobody else that matches my aesthetic up in the ATL. And it's like, child, I'm like, okay, Troy's cute, Troy's attractive and all. Yeah, Troy's a lead member on Chasing Atlanta ATL, but in the grand scheme of things, who the fuck cares if Troy really knows you or not? Like, Troy is not motherfucking darn Trey Songz. Troy is not motherfucking Drake. Troy ain't nobody of no A-list darn status for you to be butthurt if he don't know your name, child. It's like, girl, move it on. I mean, girl, by who the hell is darn Troy? If he act like he don't know you, who the fuck cares? Troy ain't no darn deciding factor over here. As long as a Dario knows who your name is, that's the only thing that matters. As long as the people who write the checks know how to put your name on the check and stuff correctly, those the only motherfucking factors that matter. So, honey, darn, he's a cast member like you was a cast member. Keep it pushing. But anyways, they darn move on from that. Now, Rico, now, girl, I need you to darn modify your shade game, honey. Now, what we ain't about to do is darn inadvertently shade the legendary darn one of the baddest that's ever did it. Vogue, 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 get it on the dance floor, baby. Don't just stand there. Now, bitch, why the hell you darn compare the darn pet groomer? And you know I don't have no issues with you, Dominique, but you is the fabulous darn pet groomer. You ain't ugly or whatnots. And I'm trying to figure out now, Rico, of all the insults that you could have called that boo, why did you compare that motherfucker to darn Madonna? Honey, we ain't about to inadvertently shade Madonna with comparing it to Dominique. And I'm just saying, Dominique, you okay with me over here, but bitch, you ain't no motherfucking Madonna, bitch. I am not about to compare you to one of the most darn prestigious legends that ever did it, because that insult was more so like a compliment if you think about it. It's like, bitch, you compare me to somebody who's has one of the highest darn solo ticket sales in the whole damn world, honey. It's plenty of insults that I would have darn came up for Dominique, but honey, I would not have darn gave him no slight backhand compliment by comparing him to somebody such as darn Madonna, child. Oh, no, honey. But anyways, moving on from that, then we get introduced to darn Drew Friday, honey. Miss Drag Entertainer, honey. So Miss Drew Friday is stepping on the scene, and child, once again, look like we might. I was telling y'all earlier when I was mentioning G status that I would have had to windmill Hakeem for darn Romaine. Y'all know DivaWuan's is a greedy bitch. You know, DivaWuan's don't mind. You know, I'm the type of bitch that don't mind being in like a polyamory like relationship or whatnot. I'm gonna have Romaine. I'm gonna have August Alsina. I'm gonna have Ron Flynn. And hell, I want to add Ike into my darn group of darn men that I would have, honey. And darn Miss darn Drew Friday talking about she smitten with darn Ike, honey. I was like, girl, you might as well get smitten with somebody else. I done claim them too. I don't give a damn. I got 3-4 other people on my list, honey, including darn Odell Beckham. Honey, I'm putting Ike on the list too, honey. Girl, you going to just have to keep smiling and stuff from a darn distance, boo. Honey, I love you, Drew. Your hair and stuff was looking fabulous. Your makeup was looking beat. But, honey, I need you to beat it on down to somebody else, honey. You said you darn think Wayne look cute. Yeah, you look Wayne's way, honey. I'm claiming Ike, honey. Ike belongs to Diva. Drew Friday, I'm putting your ass on notice, girl. Don't make me come over there to Atlanta. Bitch, I'm just darn 6 hours away. And hell, if I jump on a plane, I'm just an hour and some change away. I'm from North Carolina. Don't make me have to come windmill you over darn Ike, boo. But yeah, honey, we get introduced to darn Drew. She said she came to dance for the girls, honey. She's the darn entertainment relief or whatnot. So as we get introduced to darn Drew Friday, Dominique wants to throw shade on the mic towards and once again, I need the girls to upgrade their shade. Like, I don't understand. Now, here Dominique go with this passive-aggressive, darn vague shade talking about. And me, I'm more so the bitch, like, put a name on it, ho. Darn gonna say who you talking about. Don't darn gonna indirectly darn gonna say multiple people when you really singling somebody out. And that's like Cameron earlier talking about where your friends at when bitch you was really darn gonna just referring to darn gonna Troy. Now you got Dominique thrown in the mix. You ain't even had no issues with Dominique. Now Dominique retaliating against you, talking about some people up in here are entrepreneurs and whatnots. I was like, no, bitch, it ain't darn gonna some. Your issue is with one motherfucker. You darn gonna say entrepreneurs and then one person that is something. It is like, bitch, be Pacific. Don't darn gonna indirectly darn gonna shade a couple other folks by making it sound plural when you really have an issue with one singular person. So yeah, I can't stand that darn gonna passive aggressive around the way shade. It's like, no, bitch, be direct with me, honey. But anyways, Cameron calls himself deflecting and talking about, girl, you darn gonna, I know you ain't talking about me. That insult sounds more like your good Judy over there. Why are you insulting Miss Troy, honey? So needless to say, darn gone Cameron ends up pulling Dominique away from Jamar. So I was like, hey, Jamar, honey. Darn gone Jamar done made a cameo appearance up and through here. But they end up going outside and whatnot. And then they get to discussing what went down. And it's like, so one thing we don't realize is almost similar to the show. I don't review this show, but I do watch it. Just in case y'all didn't know, I love ladies who list on darn gone OWN. And the one thing that was going on was a lack of communication with Kiana and darn gone Robin in regards to the contracts and who meant what or whatnots. Neither party picked up the phone to continue the conversation. And that's something that I'm seeing going on here. It's like y'all have issues with each other. Y'all hearing stuff from secondhand people. But it's like, bitch, y'all running the same circles. Y'all got each other phone numbers. Y'all supposed to be good friends and whatnot. Y'all ain't different states away. You could have really drove over to each other's houses. But it's like y'all motherfuckers, neither one of y'all picked up the phone. So both of y'all in the wrong. So once again, lack of communication between both parties. And then we get the discrepancy. Remember when I told y'all earlier that when it came to Ike saying that he got an invite and it was the day before the party, honey, darn gone, Cameron brought up the fact that, well, child, I didn't get invited. And then Dominique said, bitch, you a lie. I invited you yesterday. And then it was like, yeah, last minute. Everybody else got their shit days in advance. Dominique shut that down again. We're like, no, bitch. I don't know necessarily what Troy got going on, because then Cameron tried to say, well, no, I heard from other people that they got their stuff, in which Cameron was right on that. But the thing is, the event was hosted by Dominique and Troy. And we don't get, and from what I'm hearing, Dominique didn't invite everybody solely. Troy invited some people and Dominique invited some people. And Dominique is saying all the people that he invited, which included Cameron, he sent everybody's stuff out yesterday. And I guess it wasn't a massive group text. He did it individually, hence why Ike might have got his first. So yeah, bitch, you was an afterthought. He did darn gonna reach out to somebody he only knew on Instagram first versus you. But the thing is, y'all still got the invite the same day. You just darn gonna got your invite last. Because honey darn going Dominique had to think of whether he even wanted you there or not. And considering the shit that, you know, it been transpiring with you, you can't necessarily blame him for that. So you actually did get an invite. You just mad that you wasn't one of the first bitches that got an invite, because you supposed to be the main friend and you still trying to wrap your mind around how does the bitch you only know from Instagram end up getting an invite even 2 seconds before you got an invite. So that's what this boils down to. And then darn gone Dominique said, well, in addition to all the other shit that you been talking about, I heard that you been having issues with darn gone saying why I wasn't at Rico's event. Rico with a K. So come to find out, the reason why Dominique wasn't there was because he was styling light-skinned Keisha's darn gone dog honey. He was like, bitch, I don't give a damn what. I was like, now, Dominique, you could have phrased it a little bit better, honey. You could have said it more empathetically, a little bit more entrepreneur dry. Like you darn gone inadvertently said you really didn't care about it. I mean, that wasn't your intent, but that's how it came out, talking about Rico understands what. Now, I had the darn on style light skin Keisha. And I was like, now, bitch, I heard of this name light skin Keisha. But it's like, now, granted, light skin Keisha is like a B minus C plus celebrity. Light skin Keisha sounds like somebody from Love and Hip Hop. It's like, now, bitch, you didn't say, motherfucker, you was styling darn on Rihanna's dog. You didn't say you was styling Michelle Obama and, the Obama's dog. Now, honey, something like that, honey, I wouldn't even make it to my own grandmother's darn on party or whatnots if I get a call to darn on style the Obama's dog. But it's like, you didn't get darn on call for Lady Gaga, J-Lo, or anybody A-list. Bitch, you said C-list. So I need you to humble yourself a little bit, boo. It's like, now, girl, I want to say darn on light-skinned Keisha and Rico with a K might be in the same darn on class a little bit. So it's like, girl, you darn on saying you passed up Rico with a K for light-skinned Keisha. I mean, that's just me, y'all. Y'all might be able to fill me in on light-skinned Keisha. But as far as I know, light-skinned Keisha has not really blown up like a Doja Cat or somebody like that. And so it was like, okay, you flexing a little bit too hard for darn on light-skinned Keisha, dog, honey. And I'm willing to bet you got paid the same rate as, what an average darn on old middle-class woman would have paid you. It's not like you darn on got paid like $5,000 like Beyonce would have paid you for styling her darn on animals if she had any. But, okay, girl, go off of Miss Light-Skinned Keisha, child. But then Cameron was trying to say, bitch, the darn on read wasn't for you, which he did darn on later on expound it and said, there was one friend missing, and that was Dominique. He doesn't see it for Troy. So I want to know, what is Dominique's thoughts on that after now seeing the whole clip play in its entirety? Because Dominique is just hearing about the shade that was thrown, but without the proper context, he doesn't see the whole entirety that that Cameron also said, like, me and Dominique is cool. I love Dominique, this, that, and the third. So all of that is being lost in translation. And darn on Cameron is not able to properly voice and tell him that, because once again, it's now an argument back and forth, and Dominique is in full-fledged attack mode. So once again, all of this due to darn on miscommunications, nobody picking up the phone in a timely manner. And now the time y'all want to have a conversation is at somebody's darn on. Now, granted, the party in this case is partially Dominique. So it's like, it's not like you ruining somebody else's party, child. But still, it's like y'all had so much opportunity to darn on have this conversation beforehand. Why do y'all always wait to these? We know why. Because y'all some camera hoes. Y'all always wait till the camera's on. Versus like, if this was show enough reality, y'all motherfuckers could have darn on picked up the phone, honey, and darn on inquired about this before this shit. But it makes for good darn on web series review, honey. So keep it on going, honey. So that is basically it, honey. Next week we end up darn going seeing Oliver, and we now got this. I'm hoping that it was a play fight between, because it's like, now, honey, if I got to choose between Rico with a K and Oliver, girl, I'm gonna have to call. I'm gonna have to backslide and darn go back to calling you Miss Features, honey. Like, I'm trying to figure out what in the hell I know that fight couldn't have been real. I'm hoping and praying that it's not, because it's like, what in the world does the geeky nerd and motherfucking darn on Miss 426, honey, have to darn argue about? Why is darn on 305 trying to get in it with whatever the zip code is for Atlanta? Nah. Miss darn the nerd, honey. I said, oh, hell no. This got to be some sort of play fighting or something, child. We're going to see next week, honey. But that is it, y'all. Y'all give me y'all thoughts of what y'all thought on the first episode of Chasing Atlanta. Little side notes. Hopefully we get to see a little bit more of darn on Rico, because I felt like, well, damn, I understand that this is a large cast and shit. But it's like, well, damn, girl, y'all gave my boo only about 2 minutes out of here. Hopefully we see a little bit more of Rico next week. Hopefully that was a play fighting scene with darn Oliver and Miss Features, honey. Dominique and darn on Cameron, hopefully they work it out. I don't see it being worked out with Troy and Cameron. And that is all for this week, honey. So we'll be back here next week, honey. That is it. As far as upcoming shows, I want to see about... I'm still trying to figure out what is going on with darn on Coach D's show. I still am not able to pull it up on the DVR for whatever reason. Her show poster came out on the 17th. The second episode supposed to come out today. If it doesn't come out, I'm going to have to message darn on Stormy directly and say, hey, bitch, did the show get canceled on the low? And if she don't want to tell me, I know darn on Miss D going to tell me, honey. But anyways, yeah. Besides that, also we got the season finale of The Heights that's coming on tonight. Y'all know I'm going to be able to review that Friday and get that up for y'all Saturday. And I think that's about it because the Come Up Miami doesn't appear until this Monday. I will record it Tuesday and then, you know, it will be up for y'all Wednesday. So that's my schedule for all of the shows. And then, of course, for all of my reviews, they always get uploaded 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Typically, if the review is above 35 minutes, I will always set it as a premiere. If it's less than 35 minutes, I just upload it as a pre-record. So that is it, y'all. Feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see y'all soon with more videos. Mwah.